Greetings, fellow JSAers. Today, I, Henry Crockett, stand before you as candidate for ACR Senate. I want to take this opportunity to share with you why I'm running for this position and what I hope to achieve. First and foremost, I believe that JSA is a fantastic organization dedicated to bringing political awareness throughout our youth, and it certainly does that. Additionally, I believe it's a great place to make new friends and build connections with like-minded individuals. Joining JSA my freshman year was one of the greatest decisions of my life, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this. I really am. Some things that interest me are movies, history, sports. My favorite movies include The Dark Knight, Risky Business, Blade Runner 2049, American Psycho, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, I, Tonya, Babylon, so many more. I'm always open to recommendations, so if you have one, just shoot me a DM. Now for sports, I'm a proud New England Patriots fan, as well as my very own San Antonio Spurs. Go Spurs! My platform includes more regional conventions, expanding publicity, and having the public be more involved in lawmaking. Now, in my years in JSA, I have never seen an ACR convention, and I really believe we need to change that. What I hope to accomplish is at least one, maybe two, regional conventions located conveniently for all members of the ACR to discuss current political issues and grow closer as a region. On to my next point. I'd like to say that our publicity department is doing an absolutely fantastic job with Texas JSA Instagram. It's phenomenal. But I would like to propose reaching out to a larger audience through more social networking apps. For example, we should revive our TikTok account and post how much fun we're having in conventions to hopefully get people interested. For my final goal, I'd like to reach out to people and ask members of the ACR, what do you want to improve about JSA? As a senator, it will be my responsibility to represent you, and I would like to hear your feedback. If you have anything to suggest, please reach out to me via Instagram or text me at 210-677-9538. Again, that's 210-677-9538. Your opinions matter, and don't be afraid to reach out to me. I love hearing from everyone. To wrap everything up, I'm running for ACR Senate because I believe we can do better as Texas JSA. With your support, I'm committed to working tirelessly to build a better future for this wonderful organization. Thank you for watching. I look forward to having your vote. Have a good day.
Dear fellow JSAers, my name is Alexander Gore, and I'm running for ACR Senate in the upcoming 2023-24 term. Having been a member of JSA for several years, I have seen firsthand the potential of our organization to bring young people together, educate them about the political process, and encourage them to become active participants in their communities. As an easily approachable person, I feel I can bring a lot to JSA. My platform is centered around three key areas: accessibility, visibility, and legislative transparency. First, I believe that we must address the financial challenges that prevent many members from attending conventions. Therefore, I plan to explore virtual events as a way to reduce transportation and lodging costs, and also to seek collaboration with local businesses to sponsor JSA events. Second, I believe that it is time to increase JSA's visibility and to share our impactful work with the wider communities. My proposed strategies include hosting public events, collaborating with local businesses and organizations, and engaging with the media to amplify our message. Finally, I strongly believe in the importance of legislative transparency and providing all members with access to the legislative process. If elected, I will prioritize virtual town hall events where members can ask questions and provide feedback on proposed legislation. Additionally, I'll create a platform where members can view and provide input on proposed legislation. I believe that our organization has tremendous potential to create a positive change, and I am eager to work with y'all and to make JSA stronger than ever before. Please share your thoughts and ideas with me, and together we can make JSA stronger.
Hey GCRs, I'm Feifan Liu, and I'm running to be your 2023 to 2024 GCR Mayor. Here are 4 reasons why you should vote for me. First is that I would be a very good leader. I'm a pretty friendly guy, so you guys can always reach out to me through DMs or at a convention just to talk to me about things that I should do as mayor or general things in life that you want advice about or that you think we relate about. We can talk about anything. And in that respect, I think that's a very crucial part of being in a leadership position because it closes the gap and makes relations overall through the entire organization a lot better. Furthermore, I believe strongly in servant leadership, as in the fact that if I'm elected mayor, at the end of the day, I am mayor just to serve the interests of my region. So if my region wants me to do something, I'll do it even if it doesn't necessarily benefit me. People in power need to understand that power is just another word for you being at the disposal of other people. Not in an unhealthy way, but in a way where everybody gets the best and our region grows stronger. The second reason why you should vote for me is because I will make our region stronger and interconnected. I will do this through things like chapter cons, where chapters can host a meeting where all other chapters can come and attend, and where other people who aren't even in JSA yet can come just to experience what JSA is like. Furthermore, I will host regional conventions like the one the PMR is doing very soon in order to further our regional connections and get chapter presidents to know each other and members of chapters to know each other. Because when you know people of other chapters, those ideas are able to diffuse and just spread throughout the entire organization and throughout our region and make our region stronger. The third reason why you should vote for me is because I will revive activism. Activism is currently lacking in the GCR, so I will work with the governor and the chapter presidents to make a list of what kind of activism projects are most necessary and the most beneficial so people are a lot less intimidated to do activism. The fourth reason and the last one why you should vote for me for mayor is because I will make JSA more accessible. A big problem in JSA is, first of all, intimidation. When people see Junior State of America, they're automatically intimidated because it's politics. And high schoolers don't really want to get into politics, which is why through things like regional conventions and chapter cons, these non-JSA members will be able to attend and thus experience the JSA life. Second of all, I will get chapters who have died like the Bakey and Strake back on board. For example, I've already talked to people in the Bakey who have expressed interest in starting a chapter there. Finally, a big obstacle to people in JSA is the fact that $115 per convention is very intimidating, which is why I will focus efforts in fundraising as well as scholarships in order to decrease that cost even more and make things more accessible so overall our region is better represented. Thank you.
Hey GCR, I'm Lila Saenz, a sophomore at HSPVA, and as you probably know, I'm running to be your next mayor. Coming from a small chapter, I decided to run because I find that representation is very important and different perspectives are needed for a region like ours. So, who am I? Like many of us, my JSA journey started at my first fall state. This fall state was in Austin, and I just remember being intimidated, being a freshman traveling to this convention with a bunch of upperclassmen, and this was an event that I knew barely anything about. But just within the first minute of the opening ceremony, I was already so inspired that JSA was entirely student-led. Since that moment, I have made an effort to be as involved with JSA as I can. Being an expansion agent and the fundraising director of my chapter, I've met amazing people who've taught me how it is to work outside of my comfort zone and take initiative in things that I hadn't done before. So moving on to my campaign, I'm running based on 3 main points: connect, communicate, and campaign. Being one of the most populous regions in the Texas JSA state, having strong connections within the GCR is very important. As mayor, it is one of my first priorities to have a GCR chapter convention where we can meet others across our region. I would also like to have monthly regional Zoom meetings among chapter presidents to plan regional activity. Though the GCR does have a substantial number of chapters, we don't have an active Instagram account that communicates our agenda or an accessible collaboration method between chapters that we can create through Slack or even Discord. Lastly, coming from a small chapter and being an expansion agent, I find that expansion and outreach are very important. While most of the GCR is located in the Houston area, we should aim to fill the rest of our region. And with our existing chapters, we should strengthen them with better publicity and direction on how to have successful chapter activity. As voting season approaches, I sincerely hope that you consider me to be your next mayor and bring a different perspective to the Gulf Coast region.
Hi Texas JSA, I'm Isabelle Hou and I'm running to be your next PMR Senator. I'm currently a freshman at Clark High School in Plano, Texas, and I currently serve as Deputy Director of Logistics in Texas JSA State Cabinet. So the first really big experience I had with JSA is from Fall State 2022 when me and my chapter went to Houston, and it was just amazing that I got to meet and interact with so many people across the state that are so passionate about JSA. And it really made me feel like I had a tight-knit JSA family, even though I'd met those people for probably an hour only. And something that I really noticed is that I really didn't have this feeling as big of a family and close, tight-knit community of JSAers in my region, in my school, and in my district. In my school, the previous JSA chapter was pretty inactive for the past several years, and it was really hard for me to revive it. It was really hard for me to try and find teacher sponsors and ultimately combining with the senior high JSA chapter to try and revive the people who are active in JSA right now and really try to have a tight-knit community. And I really noticed that this was something that not just my school and my district was missing, but sometimes somewhat the PMR region was missing too. Right now, I feel like there's a lot of emphasis, at least in my region, for spring state, fall state, really the statewide conventions, but not so much the PMR and more of the region conventions and having a region tight-knit community and family for Texas JSA. So I really want to have that and really experience and revive the PMR region throughout Texas JSA, and I really believe that I can use my experience and from reviving my school chapter, and I really know the right steps to take in order for this, and I hope you all enjoy.
Hi, my name is Oluwafikunmi Balogun. I'm currently an expansion agent in JSA, wanting to be your PMR Mayor. I've been in JSA for around 2 years, and I've gained a better view on different political topics and their effect on society. I've been in JSA for around 2 years, and I've gained a better views of relationship and way to experience. JSA has been a huge aspect of my life because they have given me the way to form a relationship and a way to succeed. Before I say how my plan for the PMR region, I'd like to say a bit about myself. I'm a junior at Lakeview Regional High School who is strongly dedicated to bettering my skills for the future and to JSA. I am met with chapters members in this convention who have experienced issue concern about transportation to the convention, which lead me to four platform in my platform, which means to four main points into my platform: logistics, communication, region state convention, conflict, and fundraising. I have talked and met with people who have talked about the disorganized source and the fundraising, which one of my goals is to make a more organized fundraising. And I've also talked with people and met with people who talk about how the PMR is not really communication, which is one of my goal of having a communication, to connect to one another, which is one goal of JSA. I also plan to have more established chapters in the DFW, particularly in Plano and Garland, where we already have one, so our convention numbers aren't so small. I also plan to make JSA a better place by bringing new ideas from people, such as when we go to convention, we take the ideas and make it more better to the next convention. Also, to have more Google Meet, like to be able to talk to more people, like the senators from the PMR. With this, I think we will make JSA a better place and the PMR a better region. Vote for Oluwafikunmi, and thank you so much. Bye.